Hello everyone, hello, Sasare here with more Final Fantasy XIV. Now, we have Vector in chat. Hello Vector. Joining us is this tin can here that is Miro Apprentice. I actually do not like this armor set. It is an interesting one in that it is a combo armor set that comes with a headgear as well, but whatever. We're also going to pick a new pet for today. Oh, by the way, the Minion of Light, it's not exclusively the white mage, but it can be a black mage as well. It can also be a fighter, I think. And today we have the BDI. Look at this guy. Alright, so this is a quick recap of what we did yesterday. We started off just meeting with Merlib, who told us she wants us to be her ambassador, and that she can only trust she can only trust me with she can only assign this task to someone she really trusts, and that's me, and that task was delivering a letter. Anyway, we went and met with the leaders of the two other nations, Ul'dah and Gridania, and then we went back here where Bataran gave us a quest to go deal with some shady characters in the Sasha Seagrot, and we got to do our first dungeon. After that, we got called to Gridania, where they needed a seasoned adventurer to deal with an issue happening at the Tamtara Deepcroft with the Lambs of Dalamud, which we got to do our second dungeon. After that, Ul'dah followed suit and called for an adventurer, where we went to go deal with a bunch of hecatoncheires that have been woken up in the inside Copperbell mines, and we had to go kill them. And now we're gonna go report to Painted Mesa. Exciting stuff. And then we did the warrior quests, not warriors, marauder quests, and then the warrior quests. However, we're gonna have to do a slight change to my plans. I had intended to focus on only doing warrior quest stuff at the end of stream, but I looked it up because I wasn't 100% certain how many skills come from the warrior quest. There are a lot. So we have to adjust that. We might have to just intermingle a few side quests in here and there. And if I do, I'll do it between main story quests. The reason for that is because a lot of the skills you get as a warrior are really necessary. Like one of them is Inner Beast, for example. Now, I know you don't know what Inner Beast is, but it's a really good skill for warriors. Alright, we got Painted Mesa here. He's got an aura around him. Well, this is going to be an interesting start. The Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I don't remember the voice I picked for him. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine! You stole from me! You don't even think to deny it! But please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. I paid it for it with my own coin. What rot! You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, yet much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know. Help keep this street safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me, whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 as me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of you. I swear on me mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. The fuck is that guy doing? And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mama's fuss. You lot, teach them a lesson. Look, we get to fight these people. One of them's a pugilist. Okay. Alright. Alright. I see how it is. Anyway, Vector, how you doing? How was your Monday? I'll listen to this music. I'll take care of this. The rest of you can watch. This is some good old Final Fantasy II music. Not bad for an adventure. Oh, I should have stopped at the 7th ale. Stop bloody coughing at me and give me your hand, will you? But you guys weren't expecting to hear some FF2 B jams there. I think that was FF2. FF2 or 3. We ain't getting enough. Paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Uh-oh. The tin can is concerned looking. I'd swear there are more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they the only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer suitable to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes. Problems like those aren't easily solved. They tried to make the best of it, and it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new way of life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. Hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the blast blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you have no coin, you have no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins! Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Danalan. Thank you for your custom, madame. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Madame, are you alright? I like her. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Certain person hiding behind that pillar over there. I will overlook this, but just this once. I'll overlook you buying stuff fairly. Gods bless you, adventure. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done? It don't bear thinking about. Ever the selfless hero, I see. Yeah, there she is. You guys could see her in the previous cutscene. She was hiding behind the pillar. It's been a while, adventurer. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Laminsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all of the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. It is a happy knack, and for one that which speaks volumes of your character. Yet for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of the visions you experience. Visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fought for a common cause. A cause which would greatly benefit you for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think on it, my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi, the proprietress of the Quickstand. Is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Ah yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So naturally, we're gonna go do that because, well, we want the story to continue, but also, we're curious about that. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me and just don't go pester me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Miro! Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. Gods, it's good to see you safe and well. And to look at you, no one would have ever guessed you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every the adventurer Milan said you'd be, Miro. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Look who it is. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see? An adventurer's adventurer. He swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a friend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But then when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired, just as Avir once was. So I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask your name. Miro Prentice. Shan't forget. Thank you, Miro Prentice. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. So, before I continue on, just as a reminder, when we first saw her, she was outside of Sestashar Seagrad, being belittled by her teammates for being slow about buying potions and being only able to buy 2 potions with the money they gave her. And then the next time we saw her, the tank was gone. Apparently, he died, as she just said, Avir, and the other 2 were talking shit about Edda being a crappy healer. And then one of them said that she needs to get rid of Avir's head. Carrying it around is creepy. Anyway, adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after y'all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Miro. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the 7th Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Miro, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk. And the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Alright. Quest complete, guys. Ooh, we can get some new gloves here. But they're not as good as what we have. Okay, good. Well, I guess we're getting money then. Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket. Actually, you know what I'm going to grab? I'm going to take the... Oh, no, I may not need to, because... Yeah. Momodi is ready to tell you what she knows about the Scions of the 7th Dawn. So you want to know more than, do you? Well, that ain't that a surprise. I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Ul'dah. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the 7th Dawn, you can. There are good people who have made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they are always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Miro. So, now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something like Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Danaland. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever is at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Miro, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as helped you make you into an adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well I've said my piece. Off you go. Okay, so we gotta go to Vesper Bay. Now this is everyone's favorite place in Final Fantasy XIV. I've not met a person who doesn't like Vesper Bay. Let's see if this guy can mend my gear, my tin can, if you will. Alright. Okay. There might actually be some enemies for our hunting log along this path too. I don't remember. Grass blades are fighting that Orobon. Got a sun midge swarm. I kind of like this area in that it's like a ruin, which is pretty neat. There's a little fishing village over there. I don't think there's anything to do over there really, except for some side quests. Crescent Cove. I think there's a ferry though. Yeah. That person just had an alien take them away. Okay. So, this is Vesper Bay. As you can see, someone is very proud of themselves and has a statue of themselves right there. This person's quest is Color Your World. This one will let you actually dye your gear, so I'll pick it up now. And glamour your gear. You there, yes, you, the decisively unfashionable adventurer. Good Godspeed, good. Never in my life have I seen such an unapologetic focus on function at extreme cost of form. The mere sight of you fair makes my eyes bleed. As a lover of all things aesthetically pleasing, I cannot in good conscience allow you to continue roaming the realm in that sorry state. I believe your appearance can yet be salvaged through the use of color. I will teach you to go about dyeing your outfit, but first you must have a drink. That heat has... The heat has given me vicious thirst, and I won't be able to talk for any length of time. Be a dear and buy me a bottle of orange juice at that stall by the northern gates, would you? Once I have moistened my throat, we shall see to the business of remedying your appearance. Again, this is the kind of quest that you want to do for endgame. Because... yeah, being able to dye your gear is nice. Everybody wants to be able to, look their best. Pray tell, have you brought the orange juice? Lest you have forgotten, the merchant who sells it can be found just inside the northern gates. Freshly squeezed, juice freshly squeezed from ripened Lanasian oranges. Phew! That's a relief. Finally, I can teach you how to bring color to your life. Listen well. There are handy items called colorants, which allow folk to dye their outfits a veritable rainbow of colors. These colorants are so simple to use, adventurers have no excuse to be fashion unconscious. Lest you worry about dyeing will affect your garment's precious properties, you may rest assured it will not. The practicality you adventurers love so much will not suffer for the change in appearance. A change for the better. It should also gladden you to know that the garments can be dyed repeatedly, so there's no fear of getting locked into one color. The garish pink that seemed like such a wonderful idea after a dozen glasses of red can be undone. And that is all you need to know about dyeing gear. Now, what are you waiting for? Get out there and bring some color to your life. Alright. So, if you want to know if something can be dyed, if it has a little circle in the upper corner, like in my armor piece here, that's colored dark green right now. You just right click and you go to dye. So we can make it pink, bone white, or ice blue. Here, let's go with this. You need a dye. And now our armor, it looks like this, instead of that weird green it was a moment ago. And the little dot in the corner changed color too. Alright, now here's another quest that you'll want. Okay, green beret, interesting. Oh dear, 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 this will never do. My sense of aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can you go out dressed like that? My dear, if only you'd spare a thought for style and coordination. I hope your garb holds up during a scuffle, because there's little else going for it. That's it. I've made up my mind. From this day forth, I'll take it upon myself to save you from any more fashion disasters. Let me see. So much that needs to be addressed. Where to even begin? Be a dear, Angel. Dear, get me a drink. I'm feeling rather parched, and this is a matter best discussed over a glass of something cold. Go to the Pissed Pice and ask Falkland. I'll give you some blood orange. I'll have some blood orange juice, and tell her to make sure there's no pulp in it. Now, off you go. All right. This place is called the Pissed Pice, huh? Oh, Swagrim sent you, did she? That woman. I've never known anyone so lazy. Would have killed her to come and get it herself. Here you are. You shouldn't let her push you around, you know. Give her an ailment, she'll take them home. So, how's that drink coming along? Blood oranges can only be grown in certain climates, making them highly sought after. Oh, delicious! Nothing better on a hot day. Some say I have expensive taste, but life's too short to settle for second best. Of course, this extends to my choice of wardrobe too. Now that I'm feeling refreshed, shall we get started? Do you know, dear, you'd look a lot less drab if you knew how to apply glamours? What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use the glamour prism as a catalyst to project the image of one item onto another. It's just an illusion, mind, but very convincing. This means the original objects stay essentially the same, it just takes on a new appearance, that's all. Remember, if you fancy a change, you don't have to stick with the same glamour. Just apply another one on top. Or use the glamour dispeller to return the object to normal. Why sacrifice style for such humdrum trifles as durability or protection from bodily harm? Limitless possibilities for self-expression are just a couple of glamours away. Go ahead, give it a try, and do make it quick, dear. For my sake, I'm finding your uninspired attire more and more offensive with each passing moment. Alright, there we go. Glamour dresses in rooms are now available. You may use dresses to transform into items into glamours and create ensembles for quick and easy use. Okay. So where we want to go is actually in here. So this person here has a quest called Braving New Depths. That's a quest for later. They're actually gonna have another quest eventually as well, but I think we gotta get to a certain point in the story. Alright, so we have this person here named Tataru. Now we're gonna take a break first before we talk to Tataru, but we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, we got more Final Fantasy XIV.